okayfm 101.7.
Okay, 101.7. So, in engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong, a former general secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Baba Mimoaje.
Hello.
Good morning, yo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Number John Pomo to say.
Nyame adom. O kasa no na mentini ye papa.
Ye bacha ye. Oh yeah. Me who the custodian, what you phone about Batoa, and now will cast a special prosecutor. He's only wasting public funds. Now, Asemi in Chimuni say,
and some of the we give it a work crazy that I'm saying, and I'm a bit means I share cat idea. The minor ye chichino, in fact, the crime puzzle and tree. I think that here. You be creating a society. It becomes a repeating cycle of retribution. And to say, be crying, who say a politics no number through you, then a juma no you. Imagine a choir, ye faswa, ye nema, no gana. And committee a mathemody, meaning after 30 years of what do we call the democracy. And Kababia, I preach maybe the problems of Munana. Can you see be every month? Learn lesson. And I hear Koyan, be than one be He said, why would say special prosecutor, me in the first place. And I said this even during the NPP administration, which, although I wasn't a part of the administration, I'm a member of the NPP and a senior member at that. I totally disagreed with the decision to have this special prosecutor office because let me feel that it is another layer of bureaucracy. In Ghana, it means which places untold burdens on the public treasury. Emphasize, Emma. And the way inquire once na make. Make can say, Attorney General's Department, Rantier. You pay me a friend of Director of Public Prosecution.
DPP.
Director, yes, DPP. One of the famous ones, Ghana for a kind of power, Openibi, Ofimo, and JBR, near friend of Jakedako.
Yes.
Became very popular in this country. So, on an Juma, and it's a public prosecution. So, and see, to set up another one, no, because there was a few, a mouthful few, Attorney General, no. Because he's a member of the cabinet, and the colleague cabinet minister, yes, there's a certain level of understanding in that, but I don't think that reason was strong enough for us to set up a whole machinery called special prosecutor. So, and you know that was a personal view I expressed not today, I expressed it yesterday. So, but Michelle, Papa special prosecutor, special with reference to your friend is a former finance minister issue. What? You haven't come out clearly to decide. So, but catch the Ghana for exactly what issue you are pursuing. A being issue now also say.
Well, ready issues to Makuma you.
But still, someone on the charge.
There be on charge.
The lawyer, Jumano, a radio, so another Yeno in the media. Until Baba Boboso, say, and Yamami Numian and Naya. Now, who as lawyer Penino, Yan, CP. Not unfile charges via against any panel there. Let's just say, one, you are not sure. And now, Mr. Miffy say, this is the okay, it is a worker. Who will be Kwadua? And he who alleges must prove. You have to build your strong case and go to court and present the case. Like, case, no, the evidence of what you can't bomb should be so strong, say, Judge Vienna or no Bayajini, na the open one Sabeka. That is what we expect the special prosecutor. But this obsession will say, she's not betramming him. The law allows you to plead silence. But be a Ghana. The police need to cry. That's all reading all right. That's all no cry. That's all reading all right. That's all catch up. Nimia, ya so moody. You see the work also red light. And now why you see? But Opa Menkasa, since a lawyer I think be our can be used against you in court. And the Chinchina Unia Penino, Mentiasia, Nipano, one only Ghana ha. Was send you evidence. Or yare, me lawyers wo ho.
And I watch your baby or what potato, you baby or what?
Which is a third year we crowned it's a drama or critique in the public space. It's taking our attention off more important issues of state. As he deal with. So, until I'm really feel say, on idea oil. Now, the same thing with an entity like MPA. If you have those material as evidence, I will say a bit to me, when a conviction in court, proceed to court. But I would look court to all. Let's say, judge, X-ray Nipano. Let Nipano any proper reason why. When any proper reason why, on to me. And submitted to subpoena and answer invitation. I don't know which me busan say, oh my warrant. Now on fan baby o ya. That's all I say woman so. And son went to me I say any me kwako ama international na say yen hwe na mawo. Yeah, winning baby any pana wo. General. Yeah, me too.
Me special prosecutor no. One call court. Enti enkoje warrant bia to declare that person wanted. Enti no what's our office ya will be a young charge no need to be declared wanted and fugitive.
Fugitive. Hello.
Aha, Fedi you need
the word fugitive. Where the case we are fugitive. Either say what could we be and now say what to chima court. I go for that. So and now say unless a court no accept it say the prosecutor no can fancy a new they can carry out court unless a man will find now. I think on common sense approach we should tell you that. But the ease with which the first time was where you need the so I say so somebody I mean what is it say Nipano now person who good anymore say is he say Adia Enyeno na enye. Meaning say the former finance minister is not the most popular person in the country, even in the future. And so, as patrons of our country, we feel say we be costing enya. It doesn't matter say Nipano IUBB INIMP and I say pay. And I am not one person who will kick someone when he is down. And we feel say a choir or fastener. There have been several examples. A nipa, a try one in absentia, only ho. Court now go through all the process. You can be represented by your lawyers. The lawyers, like I said, one person be here. Or as in Bisabia, obviously a Bisawom. Or they have the power of attorney to represent him, and they will be able to answer the questions that you want to ask. And in any case, dear questions, they are so important. So when you panel physically, to me and proceed with your investigation. Let us one investigations now, and demo, and said and demo. Because nobody will help you to prosecute them. Go with them, and keep me feel say, young can be being said, no nice idea. A management. If you look at the amount of money, the budgetary a year, a office, no, for these several years that it has been in existence, we really the benefit to society and what we are as a people we've benefited from the services of a special prosecutor, which confirms my mere suggestion, and my discomfort with the initial set up our position because we them feel a choir or namswa or fascinating. And above for near my apart from telephone call, obey me yes to say dear your video call crowd.
I was one pen video call Zoom meeting what for no presence and so for that I wouldn't name vis-a-vis.
Now Obano cassette Ubusana was in me and I didn't have it my
who
then it presents the picture say Upes will be true and Namoya Yaka dear to say the my own to maybe. And also some moment. So and yet at the papa. So because I think say the natural laws of justice presumes innocence until you are proven guilty beyond all reasonable doubt. So and see media found I don't want it to seem that many no personality. I mean him as a person. I would say or a casual friend, in fact. But I think that let's do the right thing in this country. You are rebuilding your politics. When you man yes, I say you do me, I do you. Yeah, and that is it. Won't me didn't go for 7 days. Won't me will be or properties be built Ghana. Johnny. What is the essence of bail? Bail, let's say, I see you won't be big them now. One crown say, oh, Japadia be bail Ghana. You didn't say, Yawa. It's no bill, so Cobra. It is out to passport, so it is out to way, so near muscle. Already with the Mosaka to account. And see, one care, and say, and then over to international syndicate be, which now. Yes, reminding CID for the year the right thing. They were very professional, and that is why I think that we should allow the state institutions to work. The Ghana police is a very professional police force. Investigation by no one to me, yes, it means the nipa a good concrete to do so. It means the nipa a will see us, and so much to find out. To me, it is a Pia police a human pension. Even Yoko, first year friend of the special force office. And it has become a superfluous state institution and wasting our money, our precious money. So, institutions will hold that, a bit near woman. Let's strengthen these institutions. Let them work in a bipartisan way. State no day. A buy beba, a buy a call. You're new oppositional. And you buy power 2000. And you free power 2009. And you buy power 2017. And he has free power 2025. 2015, let me General Secretary, me go Kumasi NDC conference. Me come solidarity message. Me can't be so. So for the foreseeable future, these two parties are the parties that are likely to be running affairs in this country. And the Yesu near buying ye Kasaye, and Nidia de Bemayo, a idea, and none about driving the confidence of the Ghanaian people in democracy. Say the confidence in politics and democracy. I see all the surveys that I've seen, it places politics at the bottom of our confidence level. And yet, so we are saying Kwabena and none once we lose faith in our politics, you do me, I do you. There's no clear it will be a name it is political persecution. And what? So, let's all help build state institutions. Yeah, over politicizing Nema Wakana. And then, Ugura police mo, Ugura soldier mo, Ugura any state institution. Yes, we are NDC, we are MPP. The real focus of that institution, they are touching because presidents have tinkered with the way organizations are run, and it is wrong. Yes, Article 71 of the day, and my president to me is our appointed chief executive of the major state enterprise. But these enterprises are, a lot of them are technical in nature. Into one kofa obigra oye juma wohoda unimuho or the institutional knowledge and memory of the place. Now, Ubezena president Biaba or appointed chief executive, no, some appointed deputies account. Deputies, look, they should have been the technical people on bad advice or political head now. Then about. Now, also the political hat akofele. So it didn't start today. Previous governments have done it, but it's become worse. So, and the idea I talked, especially now my campaign. I had a 6-point plan. I said, let's restore meritocracy. Let's restore professionalism to the public services.
Mm-hmm.
Because President Mahama Bai, who said, the whole military, what clear the top brass, about 20 generals. How do you build an institution like the military in that way? Yeah, about power first, President Kufu. I think it was General Kassia, if my memory serves me right. Military Mukaka, IGP, Namfuri, Onokrana, Nuhu Krum, how did BNI director. One teaching from Penny now to Hackman, now to the guy said 1999 during the Bafati. And you say the whole day in Obiana. You're firing near the Echo headquarters. They are the Abba, BNI now 37 years, yes, and the Echo. We are coming, minimum 2 cars. But the bar 37 who's the shall be on number 2 pie. And Fanta, the former President Akufo-Addo, then candidate Akufo-Addo. Tanya Menina, I immediately, I tell you about power 2001. Then I'm fully IGP. That's how I'm not President Kufuor state house, not a near repair castle. And a cabinet meeting, another formal thing. So I said I'm fully nearby. Oba meeting, so IGP, Oba meeting, presidency. Another also for quite abroad. I said, hey, it's an Namfuri. The coin has flipped. No, you know, this is a new magistrate, you know, but he was allowed to finish his term. Who was then at immigration, was the next in line. He was allowed to finish his term before we went to Osunsia. So we kept the hierarchy of the police.
Nana Osunsia.
Yes. So, and the question for no more time near the Eba. So, and let's build institutions. Waba, generals, of course, to be a CBS, he worked under President Akufo-Addo, or retired. You can pick one of the commanders to become the new CBS. You don't need to pick somebody who is below all of them and clear the top brass of the army. As you disturb the order, the hierarchy, the discipline, the morale of the Ghana Armed Forces. And other institutions. And somewhere constitution. Will be a transfer no Savannah, will be a transfer Nafaha, transfer. We are using transfer as a tool of punishment. And you're good. So the media are more interested in building the country, building the institutions of state, making them strong and resilient. That not a me, Asha or minus in the Kaka. Meka Afas, and you be or no, per se, Nameka. Is part of many state institutions that we are tinkering with politics and yet the papa. You're more professional. Let's restore some meritocracy in it. Many are branch here, may contact him a Ghana Highway Authority. Me dream is a chief executive as an engineer. So, and to President Biba, now, Okofa will be our only system, no bar. We are demoralizing and demotivating all the staff. Places like VRA, EC, GMPC, these are technical organizations. And people have a store of knowledge. The state has used our money to build some of them. So, now, after the court now at directors level, maybe a regional representation, President Anu Esimubia. It means we are not allowing the state institutions to grow and build capacity to run the public services. I totally disagree with the tinkering of the organism of state institutions. Organism, no, let's respect it. Chief executive in Kwana as a president appointed on point to one corner. No one I go and you promote two or more deputies no Ghana. Now almost the technical backstopping for the chief executive who is a political appointee. And I think that Yeah, you can't do constitution. Any constitution be a president soon they hire Ghana. Those who are implementing the constitution, they are the problem, not the constitution. Because even if the constitution does not give us what do you call it, a limit, the infant says Supreme Court say, and then we have about 20 Supreme Court justices. Why? So, and see, the infant said, even the President Akufo-Addo time, and vacancy be by and one failure. So, vacancy be by and one failure. We could have reduced it to about 11. And I think a country like Ghana should do with 9 justices. That should be fine. So, almost, you can't retire on their salary. And double whammy to the economy and to the public treasury. People call retirement, yes, I'm on a parachute payment. Or they call. Yes, I'm replacing or the all balances, yes, I'm on just for political expediency, because the benefits president the appointee SMA appointee. I think that is wrong. A country like Ghana, if we have to make a change to our constitution to cap it, fine. If not, Ghana, by convention and practice, presidents can say that no, Omano, let's cut our coat according to the size of cloth available to us. After all, judges see, kind of yes, so may be or to be a airport. Oh, benches, what we are heard anymore as immediate MPP news or NDC, depending on who is in power. They are compared to be fast, any of the numbers, so, hey, yeah, so, those things should stop as much as possible. No? It can happen maybe once be as an exception, but if it becomes the norm that these appointments are politically inspired, and yes, and papa. So, let's look at our country and see what we can do. So,
Martina, answer now the general, and a June 4. Now,
what capacity, what secret town of Passia, and the next year, 445 or September 1979, yeah, O level.
Wow,
and I see that, you know, yeah, now for 4, and I'm penny for the to our mouth. Those days near from senior principal secretary to SMC. Woman in our mouth, not as someone to any back of the body dinner, the bab or see architect. So, Jenia, not or in charge of the trial, so okay, canal an info. Only judge advocate. On the Najumana all yeke because it's a community tribunal, everything will be extremely training. And all in Najuma. I thought that for good ready see Kono, Konin Kama, Kubi Ophiobia. Not in the Basso is school. Gentleman, Papa, not a Rohosem. I'll bow about 2 weeks previously, make Papa Papa or cow about school, boy, you be a no blood in the junior. Not even in a good time, no more. The back non quadro athlete, only 400 meters, 1,000 for me now. And see, some of us have very traumatic memories of 1979. And see, they are right and good, President Kufuor, he really ruled as a national holiday. That day was a day of infamy. And some fast would be a good classroom will be the baby as here. Who could choose or Marco High or Marco Dibusian, I could see that. And so, women started the redevelopment of race, PNDC time, and the role is now could for 4 hours. And almost a sign, you may be a Maya. And so, Ghana for you to kind of way. He was the one. Yeah, we don't love you. Yeah, told us, I say, I'm a to people who are politically connected. Oh, as answers in the trust of we Ghanaians. Over Accra, the skyline has been redeveloped. And Ghana, there was some equity. There was major properties are through up. Then so Ghana, party we buy no what was as I say, the amount will be 100,000, which now down one $2 $3 million. No, is that how we want to treat our country? Is that how we want to rape our country? To me, as my Ghana Special Secretary, I was totally against the sale of state lands. My Jimmy Because they may hear me. What belongs to the state should be held in trust for all of us Ghanaians. And of course, in the past, people who have served the country, civil servants, in our airport, yeah, Niger, in civil servants, a piano, in the Abai, into Kansas, not or the amount of call retirement. I think they are some cry. And I demand people who are connected politically. But most of the people are benefiting from Friday. Businessmen here didn't hear. Now, yeah, politicians will see at them. You may have told a good get to Kumha. No, Namana state capture. Rollins, the status Adian. Rollins, the status has state capture now. And the PNDC. Go and look at the list at Land Commission. And then compute the amount of people who are part of the PNDC or connected to the PNDC who benefited from. But you're the one who put people on the stakes and shot them for nothing.
Mobamba so but to us so 8 years.
I will disagree with it. I disagree even President Kufuor who said maybe an international host you know. I'm interested. I didn't know wrong. News by no term, and I thought he was right in doing so. So we have to safeguard our country. And who individualism, agree or minor, or be a power. No, Makobida, my press secretary to the president for close to 6 years. We have to be the president of Kufuor. There's a form of power and says, Yanko more Fuatabai. No, you know, you so the greed and the arrogance of power and Kufuor, so the power, the area, no, but power and influence, it's transient. Until we've got to inculcate and imbibe that in all Ghanaians and in all politicians. So, and have the capacity to defend the interests of the state of Ghana. And only here, am I? Places like Konfanochi, Kolebu, Lumnia, yeah, you can appoint people. Of course, there may be not party hacks, but people who have sympathy towards your party, fine. It's okay. But we should not over-politicize these things. We shouldn't. These are public services that we need to survive. Because we are here, they do go Kolebu, and they do go UGMs, and they do go bank hospital, and baby. So, we need to build the competence and the professionalism of these vital state institutions based on meritocracy, not political patronage. And all the previous presidents have done some of these things, although I think it's happening worse currently. And the LC took Mampenifo one day, personally, Madame Fonono, the other man, Pesame Bonechi too much. And because I think that in 6 months, it's short. And again, I develop a new template. Say, you're too a baby. Nkayema, a buy be a 1 year beat to settle, to bed into what you're doing, to get their feet under the table. Now, one more to me, I say, man. Now, more media for the master and a potutu, NDC, MPP, they are Kasasa 4 years of politics. We should stop that and allow the nation to go. So, now, who said we have a bigger national interest? Yes, a political party will be in power. And it has shown over the last 30 years plus, they say, it will, there will be a town and in the power in Union Castle. Oh, and it may have a need bread and also and corporate power. No? And only a can play your supporters. Now, my entitled, no, my overly expectant. And this in the best is my secret. Put your almost supporters in your man video more can. If you are multiple GPH, you go take over. What did that? State organization, Ghana Port and Harbor. Oh, they are going right Ghana. Who says those state entities belong to a political party? They do not. They are state entities, belong to all of us. The fact that the president appoints the head does not make the place an NDC or MPP place. So, to the extent that motorized geometry, what kind of attitude is that? It's not a serious enough attitude. We need to be serious as Ghanaians. We need a new politician who is dedicated, who is public spirited, who is determined to obey the assume or minor the one for here. When you bring a free move and here. Now maybe the piano, betimi ahobrasiam ede be ho ede adanse no yan kofa abai dai man ko tra abai demo ni ko se me kosum o man through president kofo sa na ese ye no ntin kola na abai china ko universities na either test and nothing because or scholarship be per placement be per jumapa and for millions of Ghanaians, you know, why now don't pay jumapa? You know, the country does not belong to we the politicians. We are given custody of the country for a 4-year term to run it and run it efficiently and effectively. And on the you man, now you let's focus on the what. The president, on Kapanchele investigation apparatus. In the name of investigation. This is not a military state. It's not a military state. We have smooth civilian transition. Into your best because we are taking whether you are in opposition, you are in government, you are there to serve society. Politics is about service to the society. You know, let's say yeah. Because it is hope that's paid to so many families around the country. Yes, and at the end of the day, it did not generate anything better for us.
Say, General. Amen. Engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong, former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Now, or a civil engineer. Now, or na Kwame.
OKFM 101.7.